Okay, y'all. How y'all doing? By the way, hey y'all. Happy birthday to you. If today your birthday. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know how I am. I'm over here researching and I had to put my information out. I'm so used to doing researches, y'all. That's all we did. Okay? Now and do on our job. But look, let me tell you something. I want to get into this K deal and this Naazir Lewis case. Now, on his father's side, the man that raised him, uh, and their stepmama, Irene Lewis. I may be saying her name wrong, y'all, but I apologize. I'm just gonna say Miss Lewis. They stepmom. I just did a video on this, what they were saying that the stepmom said at first. But I believe the stepmama will put them at the mountain early. Now, let's look at the dad side point of view, okay? I showed y'all the video earlier of the sister, the mom family side. Now, the dad family side thinking that it was lynching, okay? And then he was saying that the uncle, Tyrese's wife, was saying that you have many different types of lynchings, but the point of lynching is to be public and show blacks where we're in control. You need to fear us. Show whites. This is what we do. And then they show the children. Now that's what the uncle was saying. You ought to grow up. This is what they're trying to tell them about lynching. Now, also, these are some questions that they was asking the stepmom, okay? Ooh, what's that? Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Felt something on me. Like me, jail. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So, now the new outlet report that the twins were at their sister house in Chamblee, Georgia, the night before their flight. So they was in Chamblee. Chamblee not that far from Lawrenceville. Did they make it back home to Lawrenceville that night? That was one question I asked. Now, Miss Lewis, the stepmom, said, so we saw them Friday night. That was the last time we saw them. So if she seen them Friday night, where were the boys Friday morning? She said what the police said. Now the FBI, I'm glad I found this. The FBI said that they left at 11 p.m. But at first she said they left at 3 a.m. Now right here, so we saw them Friday night, just like the GPI. That was the last time we saw them. Now the FCN said, could you confirm what date that was? So she said that was on March the 7th. So she saw them that night, March the 7th. Well, where did the sisters get, she said that they left at 3 a.m. from? Okay, so that was on March the 7th. And the FCN asked them, at what time was their flight? The stepmom said it was a Saturday morning flight. So the 8th. It was going to be around 7 a.m. on a Saturday. They said Friday on the 7th. So, okay, y'all, but let's listen to this side of the family. Now, the stepmama said it was a Saturday morning flight. So the 8th. It was going to be around 7 a.m. The FCN said it was previously reported that the flight was March the 7th, but it was March the 8th. Yeah, they throw me off now because they said that the ticket said the 7th. That's what the twins said. Now the stepmama said the 8th. Now, so the stepmama say yes, Naazir, had a flight on Saturday morning. So that's telling me that flight wasn't on the same day. She said Naazir's flight was on a Saturday morning. He said, what time did they leave the phone that morning for the flight? And the stepmom said, that's what we don't know because we last saw them Friday night. What was their location on Friday? Okay, after they asked them for the location, they said the stepmom said, we last saw them on a Friday night because they were at home and we said goodbye that night. FCN and after that, they said that they left that early morning and you didn't see them again? And then stepmom said, correct. We didn't see them again after we said our good night. Are you aware of the time they would have left the house that morning? That's what he asked. She said no. So where we get the 3 a.m. from? Then also the LCN said, do you know who the friends are that they was going to visit? Note, the twin father, Tyrese Lewis, voiced a response due to a stroke he had in November. He is limited in speech. The final call could not make out his words. Now the FCN, I assume the twin was driving to the airport. Now y'all, this is weird. We getting some more information, right? And then so the stepmom said, get right. They were gonna ride to the airport. Now Tiger Harris is the guy who did the interview with Tyrese in the wheelchair, right? They did. Now Tiger Harris, Naazir was leaving on the 7th, okay? One of the twins was leaving on the 7th, y'all, but missed the flight and came back home. So like she was saying, the last time she saw them was when she took the young ones to bed and she went to bed herself. So here we go, y'all. Naazir was supposed to be up on the 7th, but Naazir the one missed his flight. Why they got different flights? Now, according to Mr. Harris and Miss Lewis, the brothers and the sister, to their knowledge, Naazir was the only one who was traveling. And when he missed his initial flight for Friday, March the 7th at 8:50 a.m., he rebooked it and the flight was scheduled to leave at 7 a.m. on Saturday, March the 8th. So the FNC said he missed the flight on a Friday. Tiger Harris, on Friday morning, he missed his flight. So he had to rebook for Saturday. Yeah, this is crazy. So he rebooked. So Naazir rebooked his to be with his brother because he missed his flight. His bags and everything was at the door to put back in the cart to go to the airport on Saturday. And FCN said, was his brother K. Deal dropping? What that mean? Dropping him off at the airport. Tiger said, that I don't know. I don't know what their plans were. The only reason why the airport thing is important to the story is because it goes to show you that if you have a flight book especially if you're a young, underemployed kid and you book a flight, you're not trying to miss that flight. That's right. And so you're not committing S. That's why that's important to the story. Exactly. And then so the FNC said, did either of the twins own a gun? He said no. Now they got the twins, family life. FNC, the FCN said, how long have Tyrese and K Arena been married? Tiger Harris said, I introduced them. And they had been dating for a while, then got married since 2012. That's around when they first met. Okay? Okay, y'all. That's the picture of the stepmama. See, it's a lot we finding out, ain't it? How long were they living with their dad and stepmama? And how long were Tyrese and Kareem raising them? So Tiger said they were staying weekends and stuff in other periods of time with their dad and Bonus mom. But I know in high school they was doing well at the school they was at. Okay? And y'all, they go to stepmom. That's the stepmom. Okay? Let me get back over here. But I know in high school, they were doing well at the school they was at. Okay? So, Kay Arini actually got a house in a good district. Okay? And that was back in around 2021. They moved permanently in January 2022. So the FCN said, who were they staying with before that? Tiger Harris, I'm not too certain. I believe it was their mom. And the FCN said they start thriving more at the new school they was at. Okay, y'all. Then they went on about thriving after they were thriving more at the school. Okay, now Tiger at Harris, absolutely. They was running track, playing basketball. Naazir played basketball. KD ran track. And then the person asked him, how many other children do Tyrese and Karina have? And Tiger said, two of the youngest ones. One is 2. The other one is 6. Okay. So the daddy got some young children. How have you all been coping with the tragedy? Now, the stepmama said it's been very hard. It's been very, very hard. We still don't know so many things. It's not making sense. So Tiger said, I say one thing. No. The prayers and the support from the community had definitely helped. Kate Deere and Naazir personalities. FNC said, what were your cousins' personality like? How were they? What did they like doing? What did you enjoy about them? And the cousin said they was both very resilient people. One of them was majoring in mechanical engineering, while the other was doing, I don't remember the specific term, but I believe it called aerospace engineering. They was both very resilient. Now, they had their own jobs. They were always trying to find ways in order to make more money eventually to continue to start the lives they always wanted. They took care of their family. They were always playing with their younger siblings and driving them to and from school. They enjoy playing basketball and working out as well. They were always checking in on me randomly. They was checked around randomly. They was checking on the stepmom, no matter what the day was. They were always very open-minded people. While they was not Christian at the moment, they they were not Christian at the moment. They were open to going with me to church. So the stepmama went on to say that they always look out for each other. They were always together. Whatever one was doing, the other one would be doing as well. They were always willing to check in on each other and set one another straight if they didn't think they was doing the right thing. Another thing is that they strive to be very emotionally intelligent people. If they never notice anything slightly off about you, they wouldn't push you about it. But they wouldn't leave you alone till you felt comfortable enough to explain that exactly what's wrong. And then from there, they would try to offer any help they could just to be there for moral support. They would try my little siblings and they would take my little siblings and their siblings as well to the park, the pool, the trampoline park, or anything like that. Whatever way they thought that they would try to help you out, they would. Whether it was teaching me how to do something, helping me out with my homework, or anything that giving me advice on life as well. This is their cousin speaking. So they asked Annette Lewis, y'all, the twins' aunt. Annette Lewis. She shared that K. Dear loved to read. Both young men love to watch anime. They will often cook dinner for their family, and they love sweets. The aunt enjoyed taking the twins out and spending time with them by playing games and watching TV. They spoke to her about getting a new car and getting their own apartment. Now, they had plans for life. They was going to go to Kenya this year. I was walking them through getting passport. Just lively young men. And for some reason, their story got cut short. I don't know what happened. That's what the aunt said. So the FNC, do you have anything else you would like to share? And the stepmom said, everything that's in the press is what we know. Basically, but as you know, Mr. Lewis has had a stroke. And he's still recovering from that. He loved his son. They was helping him with his recovery, with the physical therapy and his speech, and helping him stand and walk, stuff like that. But I also just wanted to, in his behalf, to say that he deliberately named them and gave them strong names when they were born. Right, Tyree? Tyree, And then the wife, Tyree's wife, said that would reflect their culture. So Naazir and Kadir were named very deliberately by their father. He did the research on finding African Muslim names. I know he was very popular at naming his children, and he always been very close to his sons, and he adored them. If you ever met him, that would be the first thing he tells you about his sons. And he was very proud of them. And we all are. So the stepmom went on and said they were going to school, and they had bright future ahead of them. They had plans for the future. We was talking about their birthdays, which is coming up. Their birthday was April the 5th. So we're like, everybody else just trying to figure out what happened, because it still doesn't seem real to us. We're shocked, we're mourning, but it's still hard to comprehend.